Hello, progressors. How are you doing today? Hope you've done something positive and to progress forward in some way today. I've been busy sorting out this room. You won't know any differences. It wasn't messy. This is my work room, by the way, so I do my YouTube stuff here. I call it my creation station, basically. So I wouldn't say it's messy or piles of stuff on the desk. There isn't that. But there's lots of things. There's areas of, let's say, for example, there's a crate under, I've got a desk at the side here. There's a crate there. And under that is the crate where I keep anything for my lives in. So it's sorted, it's organised, but it's there. And then I've got on my desk, I might have not like loads of piles of stuff, but there'd be a pile of what I need to do or post or type out for people, send people, what emails I need to answer. So like the to-do pile. So it's not a mess. It's not like hoards. What else was there? It's just things out, and I wanted everything away, so I don't want it to look like an office per se. Hey there, good morning to you. It's 5:30 p.m. here, but I know it's your morning there, so a very good morning to you. And if any of you watched quite a long time ago one of my Home Alone videos, which a lot of that was sorting, tidying rooms in my house and things in my house, you'll see I had this white unit at the side of the other desk, which is like one of these tall things with drawers, plasticky, and that's literally been on its last legs. That has craft stuff in, but I also have like a wardrobe that is actually a cupboard in here, and that's got some craft bits in. So I wanted to try and make all the craft stuff be in there. But in that cupboard, I also had other things. So I wanted the other things out, as in keepsakes and things like that. So it's purely a craft cupboard. Whereas I was moving it out the corner, because I've done a big spring clean here. Literally every corner has been cleaned, everything moved out the room. You should see it all moved out. The kitchen's next to this room. So it's a really long kitchen diner. So it's not like in the middle of the kitchen, but all my stuff got moved in there. And I like to do it to start with, but then it's moving things back, as in paperwork and stuff. And I don't like to move anything back unless it's got a home or it's sorted. Anyway, I went to put this white unit back and the legs have gone brittle. Now, in Cyprus, it's such extreme heat here, you can't really have anything plastic. So there's different sorts of plastic, but there's like white clean plastic, and there's also like a harder white clean plastic. That's not so bad, but the thinner type plastic. So as I was moving it back, I had two on top of each other, and they're, I think, 3 drawers each. And what you can actually do is put 2 together. You could do more, but it could be a bit off balance. So I had 2 together in the corner. It fitted really well there. And as I was pushing it back, you could see the legs are going all brittle. So I took all the drawers out. In the wardrobe stroke cupboard, one side is supposed to be like hanging. It's got a couple shelves on the bottom, but then hanging on that side. So it's quite a tall bit. So I took all the white drawers out, which are still fine because they're the sort of softer plastic, let's say. And for now, I've just piled them in there, stacked on top of each other. And I was saying to Mike today if he could actually do rails for them. So they're like drawer rails. So he's going to have a look and see if he can do that for me. Now, I threw all the breakable plastic up, but there's some bits left. See what I mean? This is what I call the harder plastic. It's, I don't know, more bendy. Yes, let's say that. Plastic you can flex a bit. That's still okay. Funny, oh, you can see where this leg's gone. See how the legs are going? The legs are just brittle. They're made of a different plastic. And so literally I've still got all these bits. Now, I was looking at this one. You've got to take all the legs off. Most of them are crumbled to nothing. But I was looking this way up. It would maybe make a good tray for when I'm cleaning my seeds. And sometimes you get a little breeze or something, they all blow off a table. I've tried doing it on trays, but if you've got a pattern tray or something, you can't see them and you can't pick them up off of a tray. So I might keep one or two of these when I'm sorting and cleaning my seeds. Maybe that. Mike's going to look into if he could replace these legs on some and maybe have them just the side. They'd actually be like that on the top, but clean, because that was the bottom with the drawer on. Could make them maybe into just little tables for the side of some beds. Hey there, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So if any of you got any other ideas, I can use these. They're just one thick. For some reason, this has got two on the bottom. I don't know. But they're just one. And there must be, if there were 6 lots of these, there was a top as well. So I've got quite a few of these bits, as I say, not the legs. We can't put let's say wooden broom handles in, because I don't know if you can see, they're not actually round. They're a weird shape. So we can't just replace these bits. I don't really want to do that anyway. But if you've got any ideas what I can use these bits as, they won't last forever. But as I say, for now, definitely a nice seed tray up this way for cleaning my seeds for one of them. So I've only got 2 more things to sort out. These drawers that I said I want to really go through, they're all craft things like sequins and things like that. Maybe I'll do that on a live, go through those on a live as something while I'm chatting to you to sort. Hey there, how are you doing? Hanging with Mr. J, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well too. Thank you all for being here. Always appreciated if you can pop in. I know your times are different to mine. I have actually tried to do a bit more craft, where I've not been able to do so much outside. Just an update on that. I can walk now. I don't have my crutches, but I find if I walk around too much or have my foot an angle, it starts playing up again. So I've just got to be careful what I do. No walks for now. And as you may know, I live in a mountain area. We don't have flat surface in the garden. So I just have to be careful going outside or moving my foot at certain angles. So I've been trying to do some more craft. I've got on a little bit with this. This is just a bit of pretty rope that someone gave me. They were going to throw it away, but they thought I might be able to do something with it. And looks like a coaster at the moment, but this is going to be a basket, like my paper baskets I make. So eventually I will start going up. And I'm just trying to figure out, I want to use the whole of this rope up. So every now and then I keep going round like this to work out how much more I need to do, because I want it a bit bigger, the basket. And I've got this much more to use. It looks a lot, but it actually isn't when you start going around and working it out. So that's going to be a little basket. And I did do the first bit probably up to about here, time-lapsing it, because I thought that would make a good video on my other channel. My other channel is where you'll see my crafts. People keep saying, well, you should do that. You should show that. It's all on my other channel, my crafts. If you don't know my other channel, it's linked below. Normally it's work time o'clock here, but it was cancelled due to snow today. So now I get to surf YouTube. Oh, thank you for giving your free time for being with me when you've got a free time off. Snow. We're like in the start of our summer now. Yes. I was watching Yogi Hollow farm, and she's saying her cold weather and how she's having trouble growing things, and oh, bless, those days are gone for me. So yeah, that's coming on, I think, quite well. I think it's quite pretty, very pretty. So I've been doing that. And And I actually did some more of my cross stitch. Those of you who don't know, a long time ago I was given this garden apron by my parents and I'd never used it, but I thought I wanted to cross stitch it. It's not meant to be cross stitch, it's actually plastic, this stuff. So I've got my own personal merch, very unique merch, only one. So I've got my name there. If any of you don't know, my name's Dawn, hence New Beginnings, the Dawn, New Beginnings. Hey, Blue. And I've done some on my apron, Blue. I think, did you see one mushroom? So I think it's either just shown you the mushroom or said I was going to do a mushroom. I think I've shown you one mushroom. So I've got beetroot and I've got like a leek here or spring onion. And I did 2 sweet corn because they looked a bit odd as one. I've done 2 carrots. This is a new one. Ooh, it's all a bit bendy. This is a pea pod. I did another mushroom here. They weren't too difficult to do, apart from the side bit is a bit difficult. And we got a cauliflower here and a tomato up there. And obviously the name of my channel in the middle. That took ages. I thought I was never going to get that finished. I'm still going. I'm just dotting around. As I said before, I don't want to put anything red right near the letters. So the tomato's right over there. And I'm trying to put the greener things and other colour things around it. Looks nice, my friend. That looks awesome. Thanks, guys. I can't do too much at once. My hand seizes up after a while and also I start getting a headache by concentrating on it. But I enjoy doing cross stitch. And I've actually got a tip. I did it as a short the other day as well, but I do have a full video on tips on how to do things like cross stitch, but it's like things you might not know, like hacks. And one is how to start cross stitch at the back. Now, any of you who do cross stitch might know you get like a tail, and as you do your first stitch through, you catch that tail because you don't have knots in cross stitch. But I've got a way where you don't even have the tails. What you do is you use a double thread. Now in cross stitch you often use double thread, but you'd have 2 pieces. I use one extra long bit and double it over. So we've got 1 piece folded in half. I thread the bendy bit through the needle, but all the way through, so you've got the 2 tails nearest the needle. And then when you do your first stitch through, leave that loop on the back. And then when you go through the back again, just go through the loop and pull it. And you've got no tails to worry about. You've got no patience to complete one of those. I start one and then something else will come into play. So I start another one. I do have a few things I need to finish. I got gifted one a long time ago and I feel obliged I need to do that one. So it's not that I don't do them. I was so pleased to be gifted one from a viewer and I will do it, but other things overtake. So for example, this overtook because I suddenly had this brilliant idea to cross stitch it. Well, obviously being a garden apron, I want to use this. So because it's so hot here, you won't really wear an apron, to be honest, for gardening. So I'm going to wear it like this, fold it over in half and wear it like this. And mostly for when I'm doing things like stringing up things, I can put the scissors in the pocket and the string in the other. Because if you know me, every time I put something down in the garden, a tool or something like that, I can't see it again. So that's coming on. I thought you'd like that. Thank you for your kind comments. And do go on Blue's channel, Blue Self-Reliant. She'll give you the information if you go there. I go on her channel every second week and her friend Ginger does the alternative week. And you can send them pictures of crafts. Now, bear in mind, crafts can be photographs. It's creative. rather than crafts. I think we should say creative things you've cooked. So something you've cooked and made. Set out a table display. That's popular now. You're on gingers this week, right? Last week, or was it the week before? Anyway, one week I thought it was yours. I came on, I was like, it doesn't say it's live. Where is it? I eventually found you'd done that link. So good for you, Blue. That was very helpful. Can't remember where I found it, but it did come up somewhere, the link. So that was really helpful because I forget whose it is. And I can't come on every week. I'm just really frightened. It'd be, I think I might, if I'm back in time tomorrow, I can come on gingers, but I'm really worried that it'll end up I'm only on gingers and not yours. There's the link. Put your channel link up as well anyway, Blue, because if people can't understand what I'm going on about half the time, they can always leave you a message. Yeah, do put yours up. Now, since we're talking crafts, I'm talking crafts, I bought these a little while back and I did show it as part of my shopping haul. And I had a plan for them, but I think they're too good for my plan. So have any of you got any ideas with what I can do with these? These are sheets of card. They're not thick. The cross between paper and card. So they could be used as a backing, like something, but if you want it like that, I think you've got to put card to it. They are so pretty. I was going to use them for labels for my plants. This actually has a glitter effect. I think you can see that now. They were just so pretty. I can't remember how much they were. I'm going to say €1.10 or something like that. I do say in my shopping haul how much they are. So have any of you guys got any ideas what I could do with them? I've got 2 packs because they were so reasonable. That's got glitter as well. Let's see. There you go. You can see the glitter now. That one's glittery. Origami. Cool, if only I could. Looks like wallpaper book for Random Rob. That's funny. That one's not got glitter. There. As I say, they were so reasonable and so pretty. I was looking for something to make plant labels with. And I thought, these are quite planty, a lot of the designs. But I think they're too good for that now. I was going like sticky back plastic them. But I don't know. That's like a black and white. Cards is a good idea. Have you made paper quilted cards? I have not. I'm quite interested in quilling. I've never done quilling before, but I'm quite interested in it. I keep trying to find videos on how to do it, but I can't always follow tutorials. I kind of need someone physically doing it by me. Do you know what I mean? So we've got like cacti there. Now, the other book's obviously the same. I think I showed you all of them. But they are so pretty. What's that dark one? Did I show you the dark one? The dark flowers? Yes, I think I did. I was talking. I wasn't paying attention. That's a little bit glittery. But they are so pretty. It's like making quilt blocks, but using paper in a card frame. That sounds fascinating. Oh, if you know how to do it, can you do a video on it? That sounds like the sort of thing I'd like to do, Blue. Oh, because I don't like cutting things up too much. But that, if you say you can make like, it sounds really interesting, Blue. Oh, you need to do a video on that. That's so different. No, paper quilted cards. I've never even heard of that. But that sounds exactly what I think I would like to do. I need a video on that or information. Excellent. Yes, I'm interested in that now. I knew someone would have an answer. I knew somebody would. Okay, so I finally finished. Quilling's great, but I think with those papers might be wasteful. Oh, because you won't see the patterns as you only see the edge of the paper, really. Oh, right. Quilt block's very cool. Cool. I don't know exactly what you mean now, but I'm thinking now like actual quilting, cutting out the same shapes, making, if you like, almost tabs all around that shape, and then sticking them together. You could almost make boxes like out of quilt shapes. You see what you can do. Perfect. Yes, excuse the hair. It's actually it's quite dry now. I needed to wash it. Oh, exactly that. Cool. Excellent. Yes, I finally finished this book. I was struggling through it. Oh, it wasn't a bad book. There were good bits in it. It was a bit confusing at times. But it wasn't one I was like, oh, I can't read this. I wanted to read it. Got through it. I do like a thick book. But it wasn't one I needed to pick it up and carry on reading, which is why I was so slow. Normally I really like a story and I can't put it down. It wasn't that. It was interesting. It was different. It got better towards the end. There was a twist at the end, sort of. Something came to light, let's say, rather than a twist. Maybe it was a twist. I wouldn't recommend it if you like the sort of books I like, but each their own. We all like completely different books, so somebody might like that. But for me, I'm glad I've finished it. So I've chosen another book. These are all what my friends given me, and then I pass them on either to my workaways, my volunteers, or anyone who comes to visit, or people who stay at our Airbnb, not Airbnb. Another story. So this one, I like it because it's books I might not pick up and read normally. This one's called The Book of Summers by Emilia Hall. And it says, every summer was perfect until the last. And I'll read the back for you. Beth Lowe has been sent a parcel. Inside is a letter telling her that Marika, her long estranged mother, has died. There's also a scrapbook Beth has never seen before. Entitled The Book of Summers, it's stuffed with photographs and mementos compiled by her mother to record the 7 glorious childhood summers Beth spent in rural Hungary. It was a time when she trod the tightrope between separated parents and 2 very different countries, and it was a time that came to the most brutal of ends the year Beth turned 16. Since then, Beth hasn't allowed herself to think about those years of her childhood, but the arrival of the Book of Summers brings the past tumbling back into the present, as vivid, painful and vital as ever. So, could be a good read. It's not a thick book. If it's good, I get through that in like a couple of hours because I can't put it down. You'll see, the slower I read, normally not such a good book. What's summer again? I live in Northern Canada. See, I read it correctly. I read it as live. That's the way my brain works. You love Northern Canada. Well, you must love it to some degree, or you wouldn't be there. Oh dear. So there's that. What else? Catch-ups. As I said the foot's sort of getting there as long as I'm careful. Can't go on like long walks or anything anymore, but I'm okay. I did put my back out the other day, but it's something I've had on and off for a long time. It's one of those things, once you've had a back issue, you've only got to sneeze or slightly move the wrong direction or whatever. And obviously, because I'm being careful with my leg, I obviously bent over to pick something up a bit awkwardly, and back goes out. It's a lot better now. It's more sleeping, And then I did put a couple of things, I put things away in the chicken coop, which is you can stand up inside it, but you have to duck to go in, sort of thing. Duck in the chicken coop. I don't have chickens, it's empty. And I keep all my pots and growing things there. Well, I'm slowly putting them away now as I've finished with them for the season, because now everything's going to be outside. And it's got a bottom door and a top door, like a window door, and you open them both and you can get in then. And I opened them both and I forgot the top one doesn't stay open. And as I was crouching to go in, the top one came and this like metal, and it dug me in the back at the top. So I've got like side back problem and now like big bruising on the back, but I'm fine. I'm okay. What else? This is very funny. I've got things on my board, but I can barely read what I write half the time. My giveaway. I'm almost at 2K. Oh my, I'm fine. Least of my concerns. Yes, I'm nearly at 2K. I've got a video on my channel about my 2K giveaway, but mine is different. When I get to 2K, it closes. So the day I reach 2K is when I announce the winners. So if you want to take part, you'll see all the information on a video on my channel. And basically, you've got to put a comment on under that video. But it tells you it's not going to be a draw, but it will all be explained in the video. So basically, go watch the video and put a comment below. And I've said it must be a positive comment or it's not valid. So I gave an example of don't put, oh, I'm leaving a comment, but I don't think I'll win. That's negative. And as I put in the description, have you learned nothing from my channel? It's all about positivity. I thought that was funny. Hope no one takes that offensively. I put, it must be a positive comment. Have you learned nothing from my channel? So yeah, it does explain it all in the video, but because I ramble a little bit, then obviously read the description. It kind of confirms it in sentences. It is not a draw. And to enter, you need to leave a comment under that video. So that's basically that. And as I say, you've got to do it before I hit 2K. And my numbers are going up daily. I'm literally going up. I think yesterday I was 1.79. I was only 1.3 a little while ago. I think last month. And I was saying, oh, I'm at 1.3. And it's just gone. Whoo. So that's why I thought I'd better get the video out. I made a decision what I was going to do to be a bit different. Yeah, so it's going up really fast. I think today was 1.81. I think it was this morning, because I've got to look to see when it gets to 2K, because as soon as it gets to 2K, I've got to do a video announcing the winners, and then obviously the winners have to email me with their address. So yeah. So look out for that for sure. Other news, workaways, which are like volunteers. The reason I call it Workaway, a lot of people don't know it. We didn't know anything about Workaway. It's an American company, if you like, association, whatever you want to call it. And basically, if you want to be a volunteer, you actually pay, I think it's something like 30, 35, something like that, euros, dollars, equivalents. And then you go on the list and you have to write like a resume, if you like, of what sort of things you can do, what things you'd like to learn, because you don't have to be able to do something to volunteer. You might find a host that would like to teach you how to build or all sorts of things. And then if you're a host, which I am, I accept volunteers, then again, you have a resume and you can either go and look in the volunteers list, they can look in yours. We just wait for someone to actually ask to come to us now, because I find you're more likely that they're actually going to come and not fishing for lots of other people. Anyway, we had a volunteer messaged us, and it's a brother and sister, and they live in France, and they want to come and help. And I always first of all click on their resume when someone inquires, because then I can find out more about them. And at the bottom there's 4 points that they have to tick or not tick. One is if they got special dietary requirements. Well, that doesn't have any bearing on us because we only ask them for 3 hours help a day, so we don't feed them or provide the food, so that one doesn't matter to us. Then they have to tick if they're smokers or not. Well, we live in a very high fire risk zone, being in the middle of forest and trees and whatever, so we don't accept smokers, and I don't want my accommodation smelling of smoke. So, and we do healthy lifestyle, so if they're a smoker we don't accept them. What's the other ones? Oh, if they drive or not. Well, they have to be a driver, because to come here, I don't drive. I can't take them here, there and everywhere. There are certain times when we do pick them up, but we can't be taking them here, there and everywhere. So we say a driver, but then if we decide for some reason we're going to have a week off or whatever else, then that's not a situation. But I always look to see they drive. And I can't remember what the fourth thing is. Can't remember the fourth thing. But anyway, I was going through that, and they sound really good, and what they've done and what they want to learn, and they just sounded really good in their write-up. And I then went back and read their message, and they said, yes, we'd very much like to come to Malta. Malta. Well, it's an island, I guess. So I was like, oh, okay. And they want to come all of July. I was like, oh. So I messaged them back, and I said, just a little bit confused. We'd love to have you. We sort of match, but we live on the island of Cyprus, not in Malta. If you are wanting Cyprus, we're very happy to have you. And do confirm, because obviously we only accept, we've got one accommodation, so with one double bed. So that's all we've got. So if you can't say hold the dates, you've got to let us know one way or the other. Yes, Malta. Seeing who's listening. Please still listening. Yes. So I said, but if you want Cyprus, we're happy to have you. Then I got a message back. I couldn't understand the message. What was the message? It was something like, oh, yes, I see, yes, Malta, Cyprus. It was something like that. It didn't say one way. Hey, Della. It didn't say one way or the other. If it was, oh, yes, I see you are in Cyprus. And, oh, yes, we did put Malta. It was sort of confirming what they'd done, but it didn't say they were coming. So I put another message out, and I just said, well, can you please just actually confirm if you are definitely coming here or not, and obviously like confirm the date. So she said either the 1st or the 7th of July, because obviously they're going to look at flights, 1st or the 7th of July, and then leave on the, I think, the 31st of July. And yeah, they said they want to come, so that's good. Now, we had that issue with people not reading the info before. Mike's like, well, they obviously misread something, and they must have clicked on the country of Cyprus to get my review up. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, so we've had trouble with people not reading. Mike's always concerned they haven't read that they need to have a car, hire a car. Particularly, it's only help for 3 hours a day, and they don't help at weekends, and they're going to be here a month. So, you know, what are they doing? How are they getting their food? Anyway, so I've put back, that's fine. Like, just confirm the actual dates when you know, and your estimated time of arrival. And then I can send you our pictorial directions of how you drive here. So covered my back there. And you might say pictorial directions, Dawn. You do some artwork, do you? Send them. Can't you write? I know you can't write directions, Dawn. You don't know. Is that why you do pictorial? No, because for several miles around here, there are no road names at all. We're in a rural area. My house doesn't have a number. It doesn't have a road name. There's no road names for miles around here. So we literally get them from the freeway. Paphos Airport is the one they need to come to, really. So we do it from that direction, from the freeway. And then we literally went and took photographs all the way. So we sort of say, turn left when you see this sign and turn right when you see this. And that's the only way you can do it. If you guys ever come here, you'll see what you get. But it's quite detailed. And luckily, where you finally turn off when you come up the mountain and take our sort of side track off, luckily for now the telegraph poles up the main bit start just after the turn off. So we're like, right before that, just as you see them, slip off there. Nothing simple here. Nothing simple at all. What else? Oh, let's play a game. I've been playing recently with you. If you've been on my live recently, we're now playing, for now, the top 5. The top 5. So if you want to play along, you can type in the comments. If you're watching this back later, let me know in the comments what your answers are for any of the questions you liked. And if you want to just sit back and listen and learn more about Dawn. These tell you a lot. So first one is, name your top 5 ways of expressing anger. Ooh, okay. A look. A look. Definitely a look. People will know when I'm cross. I don't need to say anything. So I'll say a look. Well, I guess shouting if needs be. Ways of expressing anger. I have to go shopping for food. Have a wonderful day. And you, my friend, thank you so much for being here. I love it when you pop up. Have a great day. And don't be angry. I would say body language. So that's not just your face. It's just the way you hold yourself. If someone's angry, they're not going to be all airy-fairy, are they? So body language. Some people, but not me, maybe throw things around, but it says your top 5. Maybe if things are really bad, I'll walk away. Go completely quiet when I'm mad. That was my first. Basically nothing. I just maybe have a look. So yeah, walk away sometimes if it's like no joy. Ways of expressing anger. Maybe if someone's saying you're doing that wrong, or don't do it like that, or put that down, or whatever, maybe I'll stop doing what I'm doing. Maybe. That was quite a difficult one. Okay. Name your top 5 countries you would like to visit. So does that mean not the ones you've already been to that you'd like to go back to? Let's say 5 new places. The only thing I would have liked to have done that I didn't do is, I think it's Switzerland, but I believe it might go on to other countries, and there's like a train and you can like go up mountains and you have the whole holiday. You can go on this train, because I love trains. So that I would have liked to have done. So I don't know where it begins and ends, but I think round Switzerland. So that's one. I'm not going to say anywhere I've already been. Egypt, been there. Azerbaijan, Iran, Morocco, Zanzibar. Ooh, if you come to me, Blue, you can get a cruise across to Egypt. It's not that far. You can go on the cruise, so you can do two things in one. You can do your two things. Oh, nice. You save up. You get your flight. You get your flighty over. Where else? Where else? I like islands. Maybe some more of the Caribbean, like let's say Jamaica. Jamaica I'd quite like to go to. I like that sort of Caribbean-y and Mexico. I didn't get to Mexico. Mexico would be quite nice. Two more. So I'm desperate to go anywhere. New Hampshire in America. That just looks so what I like, forestry and quite like that. I mean, we have a country in the world called Zanzibar. It's a have to go. It would be rude not to. Okay then, Zanzibar. Zanzibar. Okay, Zanzibar. I'm with you then, Blue. We'll go together, Blue. If only I had the passport. Okay, name your top 5 exercises that get you fit. Walking, exercise bike. Exercises that get you fit. Well, I'm going to say writing, because that keeps your brain stimulated, and that is exercise, isn't it? It's fine motor skill. Exercise that keep you fit. Oh, you'd never see me running once I left school when you had to run. You won't see me running or skipping or galloping. Well, galloping is not bad. Hopping, no. You can imagine when you're in a conversation with hobnobs and say, well, you know, do you know went to Zanzibar this summer? Well, we did, Blue, in our dreams. Oh, I had a weird dream last night. It's like about all these drugs, but we had seen a film about drugs. I think it was that all these drugs, and then this stage show where they had this massive like hardboard wood, like this thick, a huge circle. And to get someone in the middle of the stage from off stage without you seeing them, the person in the front kind of had this like Windy Miller wind in the circle, and that it actually went along as they did this. And then they came back again, and the person off stage was now behind it, going like this. And then they went off again, and everyone's like, "Oh, this person's appeared." And they were dressed up like a Cyberman. Like a Cyberman. But the weird thing was, when this person was coming on secretly behind this circle thing, you know, I said the front one was kind of doing this. Well, I don't know why, but the person that was coming on was kind of, the metal bar and handle went through to the other side, and they were actually going right up and over. It was quite high. It was higher than a person, this circle, and they were going up, but like round with it on the wheel, but no one could see them. No orgies for Dormiville. Oh dear, weird, very weird. Yes, see, yes. Zanzibar. Zanzibar. That's our new code word, Blue. Okay, Zanzibar. See how often we can say Zanzibar if we meet in other chats. That would be fun. Oh, Zanzibar. If I'm back in time tomorrow, I'm coming on Ginger, so we'll see who says Zanzibar first. She'd be like, "What, Blue? What are you on about? You've got to put it in a sentence. You can't just say Zanzibar. Or you could just go, Zanzibar." I know, right? It's one of my favourite words, I have to admit. Yeah, just that's your dare. So on only if I'm there, if I'm not back, leave it till another week. Just sit there. And if she says something, go Zanzibar. Oh, that would be cool. Yes. What would you do in exercises? I think I had 3. Hmm. 2 more exercises that make you fit. See what you can do. See, that's why I love you. You would do that sort of thing just to make me laugh. Oh dear, but only if I'm there. I've got a doctor's appointment, so I need to be back. I don't know, I tend to walk when I can and stretch a bit. Yeah, lifting up the wine glass. That's quite good. So we'll have that one. And dancing. I dance around with the music. Pardon me. I like to have music on. So dancing around. Look at starting yogas and wall Pilates. Ooh, yoga's good. There's all forms of yoga. So yeah, just a stretchy poo. Name your top 5 expressions of joy. Laughing, 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 expressions of joy. Walking, going out for walks. Oh, that is so joyful for me. I'm a bit concerned because once I can go back walking again, I want more places to walk. And the thing here, it's all off the beaten track. So it's always a bit, Mike's always worried when I go somewhere because I can't say where I'm going to go. I just walk and go somewhere around. I need like a tag on me. So I need to find some that's why my walks, I always film where I go a new place. So yeah, walks, just looking at the scenery around me. Water, any form of water, waterfalls, rivers. The sea's nice, but I like a river or a stream. Another joy, waking up and seeing my darling. Yeah, not my cats. I think all mine are facial expressions and squealy noises. I need to find a jumper. It's cold here all of a sudden. Okay, Blue. I thought you was going to say it's cold in Zanzibar. Oh dear. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh dear. Little things, please, little minds. Little things, please, little minds. Oh, I did have a question from somebody. So while we're doing questions, I'll throw it in. If you had a warning label on you, what would your warning label be? So what would people warn about you, be warned about you? So if you had a warning label on you, what would that warning label be? I'm just bleeding, sorry. I won't show you my blood. I've just knocked a scab off my knee, that's all. Nothing disastrous. If I had a warning label, I think mine would be, you only get one chance. I used to give more chances. Life's too short now. Somebody says something, I'm gone. And yes, you know who I'm talking about. So I think that would be my warning label. Yeah, you only get one chance. Or don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Yes, something like that. I think it would be. Definitely. Yes. So what would your warning label be? I think we've stopped bleeding now. Just hold it on for a minute. What would your warning label be? Can't find my thing to create them. I was quite a little while ago, I was on Tony Rad's channel and she was making this rag rug, and she said she was using, like, she'd cut down her husband's old trousers and old shirts and all that. And I put a comment back. I was like, yeah, Mike wants to know why all his trousers are now shorts. Oh dear. I had a question, Blue, while you was gone. Oh, by the way, you put, I need to find a jumper. And I thought you was going to say, because it's cold in Zanzibar. I was just saying, I got asked a random question. And it was, if you wore a warning label, what would that warning label say? That was the question while you were away. If you had a warning label, what would it say? If it's cold in Zanzibar. Do you know anything about Zanzibar? You know, I'm going to be looking it up now. I know where it is. Don't poke the bear. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. That's perfect. Would it have the picture on as well? Freddie Mercury was born there. Ah, Freddie Mercury. We could ask him if he wasn't dead. Well, that's not a good taste, is it? Okay, top 5. Name your top 5 ways of making people like you. I don't make people like me. I can't answer that. I don't make people like me. You like me or you don't like me. You get what you get. Like it or don't like it. And unless I'm my other twin, we were talking about my identical twin, I think, in the last live. So if you don't know about that, go back. Was it last live? No, I think it was. No, it's the one before that, maybe. No, it's 2 back from that. The last 2 I've been showing photographs. It wasn't those 2, so it was one before that. I am me. I can't be any other way. Cool. We're in agreement on that. No, I don't believe in that at all. Name your top 5 ways of cooking potatoes. Oh, this is a Blue question. Top 5 ways of cooking potatoes. I'll say my favourite 5 ways of having potatoes. Big fat English chips. The really thick, stodgy ones. 1. Mashed potato with, now the with could be garlic or cheese, cheesy mash. Baked potato. It's got to have lots of filling too. And roast potato, roasted in our homegrown olive oil. You don't like potatoes? Oh my gosh. You don't like potatoes? Now there's a surprise. Oh, I thought you ate most things. Oh, I've learnt something new about Blue today. Well, there we go. Don't you like chips? Triple cooked chips, mashed with diced raw onion, squashed baby roasties. Oh, potato salad. I didn't think of that one. That's cool. Oh, I do eat them, just not often. Okie dokes. Name your top 5 foods you think you should avoid. Well, I don't do sushi. I don't do curry. I don't do bubble and squeak. Oh my gosh, that smells. I don't do bacon. If there's a little bit of bacon on something, I'll tolerate that. Food should avoid. What's another one? I'm not actually eating pepper or onions anymore. If there's a little bit in something, but I'm not putting them on my pizzas or anything now. That seems to be helping. And I'm not eating after 5:30, 6 o'clock. That seems to be helping, because I was back on my tablets. I hated that because I don't like taking tablets. It dries all my skin out. And that seems to be working. I'm not having too much coffee. Thumbs up. Chocolate. Oh, yes, I know that. Haribo. Crisp. Anything with low fat or diet written on it. Cake. Could not live without cake. I need cake. I like crisp, but we rarely buy them, maybe for Christmas for a treat. They're so expensive for what you get now. Oh, no. Name your top 5 smells in your home. Don't be rude, Blue. Top 5 smells in your home. They can be nice smells. I would like to think, I'm going to say Blue's house, more often than not, smells of nice cooking. You don't like sweet things, to be honest. What do they eat in Zanzibar? You have to eat authentic things of a country you go to. You have to. Smells in your home. You. Yes, all 3 of you. Could be nice smells. Do nice smells. Top 5 smells in your home. At the moment, it often smells of basil because I'm going crazy. If you know Bunky's Garden, check out Bunky's Garden if you don't know it. And she got me into basil. She loves basil, or she would say, I love basil. And she got me into it so much. I tried growing seeds, and a lot of people said, oh, it's hard to grow basil from seeds. They all grew, but before they grew, I thought, oh, they might not grow. And I saw some in the garden centre. So I bought basil. And now I've got so much basil all over the place. I've put some in my vertical palette garden. I've got to film that and show you that up to date. I've put some for the guest in the cookout area that the guests use and the volunteers. I've got some on my patio. I've got them all over the place, and I've still got plenty more. Oh, and I've got a video coming up. I did Gail's Southern Living collaboration, and it's weird growing containers. No one has ever grown in what I've grown my basil in, so I won't share it. It'll be on my channel, so you'll see it. It'll be a weird growing container hashtag. I think it's weird container growing 23 or something like that, the title, or it be within the title. I have asked her what the title is, but I've done it before and I can't remember, but I think as long as you've got that bit in it, it's okay. So yeah, I guarantee no one has ever grown in what I've grown some of my basil in. It's hanging because I've done 4 things in the video. Is something hanging? Well, I live with Tanny and a 20-year-old cat. Smells around here not pleasant. Oh my goodness. I do love the thought with tomatoes and onions sauteing in the pan. One of my favourites. Wood fire in the fire pit. Oh, cool. Looking forward to that. I love old containers. You should see what I've done. You know me, I try and do something a bit unique if I can. Yes, it's hanging. It's the hanging one because, as I say, there's actually 2 hanging things in it, but you'll know what I'm laughing at when you think it's the first thing of the 4. I've edited it, but I haven't posted it. I think it might be the first thing, but anyway, you'll know. The most obscure thing, let's say. I thought Mike was a bit quiet. Yeah, so I would say now I do like the smell of bread cooking and donuts, that sort of smell, but they don't. Potpourri, I like anything like that that's rose, the smell of rose. I do have some incense sticks. Maybe I'll get those and have a look at those. Maybe I'll do that in a live and go through those because they need sorting out because I've got so many in a drawer. So I need to go through those. But yeah, cooking, I like nice cooking smells more than anything else. I cooked a pizza today, my homemade pizza, no yeast dough. That always smells nice. Might cook Sunday dinners, that smells nice. Nag champ, I do a bit of incense occasionally. I used to get mine from Brighton, the old lanes. I don't know if you know it, Blue. The old lanes, which is like all little back streets of really old properties, and they're all kind of shops like that. They would do incense sticks, quite hippie-ish, jewelry, crafts. I love it. The old lanes, it's called, or the lanes. It's called just the lanes now. If you ever get to Brighton, you have to go round the lanes. If you literally got the pier in front of you, it's to your right. So the sea's in front of you, it's to the right and up a bit. Yeah, I think you'd like that sort of place. They do a shop there where you get, oh, it's no good for you, but they do like chocolates and that, but whole trays, and you cut it all up at home, and it's like Mars bar, chocolate chip and things like that, that kind of thing. Candles, all sorts of candles, and all that kind of new age hippie type stuff, you know. So if you want that sort of stuff, that's the place to go. What's the time? Oh, let's do a couple more. Name your top 5 things you can put in a sandwich. They're mostly food related today. Things you can put in a sandwich. Okay, cool. Nice to see you. Really great having you. And don't forget to find out what the weather's like in Zanzibar. Things you can put in a sandwich. Things you can put. I like a cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich. That's got to be one of my tops. Cheese sandwich. Tuna and mayonnaise. Tuna and mayonnaise. I do like kind of a bap, if you like, a really big stacked like bun or roll, whatever you want to call it. And when you've got all the salad stuff all in it, there's that. Sandwich. What else would I have in a sandwich? What else? Egg mayonnaise. That can be quite nice. Egg mayonnaise. That's 3. Oh no, it's 4. Is that 4? 3 or 4? When I was little, I used to like grated chocolate in a sandwich, and you had to have a lot of butter. That tasted quite nice. Was that 4 or 5? What did I say? Cheese, salad, tuna mayo, chocolate. One more sandwich. Just like really. Oh, I know what else. Chicken and mayonnaise. Chicken and mayonnaise. That's definitely pretty cool. Okay, let's do one more. Noises you hear in a zoo. Top 5 favourite noises. Some zoo noises can be quite scary. I used to go to Chessington Zoo. I talked about this the other day. And in the days when it was just a zoo, and you could pay and go to events there in the evening at the Burnt Stub, which was like a kind of manor house there, Tudor manor house, and you could hire it out and have events there. And I went and had one, and you was allowed to wander around the zoo at night. It had like street lamps, but it was quite dark between them. They weren't like all lit up pathways, and you could walk and not quite really tell where you're going down a path. And then suddenly you'd have to have a big gorilla run and slam itself against the bars. Or suddenly you hear the bears or the tigers like, So what's nice noises? Top 5. Oh, if we can have the like petting zoo, like the little like children's pet sort of area. One of my favourite animal noises is a guinea pig. They go, oh, they are so sweet. So I'm going to say guinea pig, although it's not technically a zoo animal, but you can have them in zoos. Can't be done with monkey noises. Oh, what about like a toucan or any of those birds that can talk? Yes, let's say any talking birds. What's that one beginning with M? It's a black bird and it's got like a yellow short beak. I think it begins with an M, and they really talk well. And let's say one of those, because if they copy you, like a type of parrot or cockatiel or anything like that that talks, that can be quite amusing. 3 more animal noises. Don't like sort of elephant or anything like that. Let's say a giraffe because they don't talk. Oh, if there's any donkeys, I know they're more farm animal, but you do sometimes see them in a zoo. I like a hee-haw of a donkey. One more animal. So I say not like tigers or lions or nothing like noisy. I like sweet little noises. Oh, they sometimes have owls, don't they, in a zoo, like birds of prey area. I do like an owl. I do like a nice owl noise. So I'm going to say owl. That was a nice way to finish. I actually, have I got them here? Yes. I found 2 owl feathers. Oh, can I get them? Are they at the front? And not at the front. Wait. Let me get the whole thing. Look, this is all my feathers I find. The only ones I didn't find were these ones. These are turkey feathers from the stables that I go to help at. More of their feathers there. I've got a whole vase full of feathers I find. Let's see if I can find the owl feathers. There was a little one and a big one. I just stuffed them in. So these are all feathers from my garden. Apart from, as I say, those ones I got from the stables. I've stuffed it in, I don't know where. These are pretty. I don't know if you can see the colour on there. It's like a blue colour. Reflects. Don't know if you can see that very well. I've got this one. Ooh. Is that an owl one? No, that's not an owl one. Magpie. Oh, where's the owl one? Sometimes if they're small, I stuff them right in. Got that one. That is from a whoopie bird. That's the one you see on my channel with the like plume there, the sort of brown colour one. That's another magpie. Brown one. Brown one there. Yeah, I probably stuffed it in so well. Oh, there it is. Got it. Thank goodness. Can you see it? There's the owl feather. There we go. That's nice to finish with. That's one of the owls here. Yes, my turnaround, that is now in the corner on the floor where that white unit was that I was talking about at the beginning. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I think I might do the next live sorting things out while I'm chatting, going through stuff and sorting them out. So I hope you enjoyed this live. Do drop a comment below, and thank you very much for being here, whether you've watched live or later. If you're watching later and you've got the chat up, do check out some channels that are in the chat. Till next time, Meraki.